Funding for HiQ is provided by Wing to Wing Foundation and the Dutch Miller Auto Group. Today, these two teams begin their quest for this season's championship on HiQ. And now, from Marshall University's School of Journalism and Mass Communications Television Studio A in Huntington, West Virginia, here is the host of HiQ, Ernie Anderson.
HiQ Recap, we bring you Game 6 of the 2024-25 high school tournament as Sissonville takes on George Washington to see who will move on to the second round. Sissonville High School, located in Sissonville, West Virginia, is one of 8 public high schools in Kanawha County. With an enrollment of around 550 students, Sissonville was ranked 52nd in West Virginia high schools by U.S. News. Their principal is Dr. Gene Smith. Last season, Sissonville defeated Ashland Team 2 in the opening round of the tournament, but fell to Ashland Team 1 in the second round. George Washington High School is located in Charleston, West Virginia, and is also part of the Kanawha County School District. It has an enrollment of nearly 1,200 students. George Washington has received numerous national academic awards in its 60-year history. They have also won over 89 state titles in sports and other events. Last year, George Washington made it to the High Q Championship, but fell just short 215 to 210 to Huntington High to receive the $500 runner-up prize. In the opening round, where correct answers are worth 10 points each, Sissonville scored first by answering The Great Gatsby on their first question about the novel written by F. Scott Fitzgerald. George Washington then tied things up at 10 points each with their correct answer of the Great Barrier Reef. On the next question, George Washington took their first lead on a question about presidents who were never vice presidents. George Washington then extended their lead to 20 by correctly answering Sissonville's question about Roman architecture. They then answered their own question about Greek architecture and led 40 to 10. George Washington then went to a 40-point lead by answering a Marilyn Monroe audio question, and then stole the Sissonville Mozart audio question to end the round leading by 50 points at a score of 60 to 10. In the bonus round, where correct answers can be worth up to 15 points, and then teams advance to the bonus round where they can add up to 30 more points. George Washington stole Sissonville's 5-point clue on a biology question, and then advanced to the bonus round and picked up 5 bonus points to extend their lead out to 60 points. George Washington then picked up 10 more points on a body of water question and received the full 30 points in the bonus round about Las Vegas sports teams, which ended the round at a score of 110 to 10, with George Washington leading by 100 points over Sissonville at the half. When we return, we'll start the second half and the 62nd round here on High Q.
It's the New Year's sales event going on right now at Dutch Miller Kia in South Charleston. For a limited time during the New Year's sales event going on right now at Dutch Miller Kia of South Charleston, get 1.9% financing for up to 60 months and $750 loyalty cash on the 2025 Kia Sportage. Plus, ask about making no payments for 90 days. That's no payments for 90 days.
Shop 24/7 at DutchMillerKiaofCharleston.com.
The W. Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications at Marshall University doesn't simply offer another degree. It trains students to see, understand, and explain the next stories that will define our world. Advertising and public relations, media studies and production, and journalism degrees at Marshall are unique because they are earned by doing, by getting involved in the work, and by understanding the process. Contact us for additional information or to schedule a campus visit. We're ready when you are.
Welcome back to High Q and the Game 6 recap between George Washington and Sissonville. In the 60-second round, teams are given 60 seconds to answer 10 questions worth 10 points each. If they answer all questions correctly, they'll receive a 20-point bonus. Teams had the choice of the following 4 categories for this 60-second round. Chicken, begins with OO, numbers in famous book titles, and words that end in mark. With Sissonville trailing, they had the first choice of category and choose words that end in mark. Using the full 60 seconds, Sissonville ended up correctly answering 6 of the 10 questions to cut the lead down to 40 points. George Washington was up next and chose begins with OO as their category. Using the full time as well, George Washington correctly answered 6 of the 10 questions to increase their lead back to 100 points. Sissonville was able to steal 20 points off of 2 of George Washington's missed questions to close out the round at 170 to 90, with George Washington leading heading into the final round. In the final round, the Stump the Experts round, where questions are worth 20 points each, Sissonville cut the lead down to 60 points with their correct answer on Impressionism art in a visual question. George Washington then stole 20 points off a Sissonville missed math question to make the score 190 to 110. Sissonville then picked up 20 more points on a foreign capital question about Athens to cut George Washington's lead back down to 60. Sissonville then cut the lead down to 40 points on a timeline question about John D. Rockefeller Sr., bringing the score to 190 to 150 to end the game. George Washington advances to the second round where they will take on the winner of next week's game between Ironton and George Washington's second team in the 2024-25 High Q tournament. Thank you very much for tuning in, And be sure to join us next time for another great, exciting recap. As Ernie Anderson always says, be sure to adopt a spayed or neutered pet for a lifetime of love. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time here on High Q.
Funding for High Q is provided by Wing to Wing Foundation and the Dutch Miller Auto Group. This is Adam Needham speaking for High Q, an Ernie Anderson production in association with Marshall University's School of Journalism and Mass Communications.